What is happening, everybody? Try not to freak out. Try not to freak out. Listen, I have said many a time, I do not have a dog in this fight. However, if I have a bet in this fight, I am very, very invested. Let me retweet this. Let people know that we're here. I'm going to say I am sweating out a plus 1,500. You heard that right. Money line bet right now. Come hang. All caps. Just so that I really can emphasize how important this is. So, I had a same game parlay tonight, courtesy of the FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a new little feature on there. If you wanted to go to the Explore page, you can click on a little icon of my face, and I will have bets throughout this series. We may continue to do this during the NFL as well. But my same game parlay tonight, not feeling super great about it. It was Luka, 30+. It is also Drew Holiday, 6+ rebounds, as well as Derek White, 15+ points. Took Derek a minute to get himself heated up, unfortunately. He's at 11. Still need 2 rebounds from Drew Holiday, but he was getting a lot of offensive rebounds back to back to back, so it could happen. And Luka still needs 3 points. He could get that easily with one bucket. One logo bucket, Luka. Come on. Anyway, what is really got me all energized. It's not an energy drink. It's not a coffee. No, it is a No, Al, get the rebound. Ow! Okay, it is a plus 1,500 live bet for Mavericks money line. The Mavs were down by I don't know. Come on, man. It was a the Mavs at the time were down by I think 12 or 13 points, and I said, you know what? Feels like they're cooking right now. Kyrie. Oh. Luka is cursing. TBH, I think Luka's done a little bit of bitching during this game. It's been a little annoying. Yeah, Luka, less bitching, more balling. Just saying. Especially because I have a plus 1,500 Mavericks money line bet on the line. Please and thank you. If I win this bet, I will treat myself to an In-N-Out burger. Who am I kidding? I will treat myself to that anyways. But it will feel a whole lot less expensive if I have an extra $300 in my wallet. $25 bet plus 1,500 odds. I walk with 300 if the Mavericks can pull their heads out of their behinds. Come on now. Let's get to it. What I also bet during this game was Kyrie Irving 30+ points. Now, if you have been here with me for Hoops Your Daddy for the last, we didn't go live after game 1. But last game, I spoke about Kyrie Irving. Much love to Kyrie Irving, but he had at that point, post game 2, burned 2 of my parlays. The first one was because he couldn't get over 4 assists. The second one was because he, quite frankly, just didn't show up at all. I took him for 3+ threes and 25+ points, and he said, couldn't care less about your bet. I didn't even show up to the game, okay? So game 2 was whack for Kyrie. 2 parlays burned. You would think I would have learned my lesson. Well, no. Because I love to make excuses for only certain players, the ones I like. Is that the right way to go about it? No. Especially being a personality in the sports media space. But here's the great thing about it. This is my show. If I want to be a hypocrite, or if I want to defend one player and not defend the other, I most certainly can do that. So what did I do? I bet on Kyrie Irving tonight. $25 for 30+ points. It was plus money. I believe it was plus 310. So I'm walking away with a little moolah right there because he has 31. What we're seeing right now is a little replay action because this is potentially Luka's 6th foul, which would devastate me because I still need 3 more points. They reviewed it. I don't have the volume on, but I'm thinking it might not be good here. Chat, hit the chat and let me know. Hit the chat and let me know. Do we have an answer? Nope. Looks like he's still got the headset on. Okay. Oh, I can't have this. Oh, my plus 1,500 Mavs moneyline bet is cooked if Luka is pulled from this game. Luka. Oh, gosh. Come on, NBA. We were trying to get a series going here. This has been the most boring final series of basketball I've ever witnessed in my lifetime. But let the people tell you the Nuggets are a boring team. Kick rocks with open-toed shoes. You're liars. This is boring. And finally, what's he going to say? Oh, I need Luka to be in for this. Come on. Call upheld. Son of a monkey's uncle. Time to cook, Kyrie. Time to cook it up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Did I just watch my plus 1,500 odd live bet get cooked because Luka got his 6th foul? I'm sick. Oh, come on, man. Let's play some defense, Mavericks. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have actual goosebumps on my arms. I feel sick. I just got the cold sweats. Like I have a fever or something. I'm sick. Come on. Ow! Okay. Oh, it's still a 3-point game. Oh, chat. Get in the chat. Show me some love. I'm petrified. $25 to $300 if we can get this thing going. He should have been called for the foul earlier on Brown. Oh. Get in there. Bangers. Okay, it's a 1-point game. It is a 1-point game. $300 on the line. I need everybody in the chat to get just as excited as if this $300 is hitting your bank account and not just mine. Come on, chat. Oh my gosh, 1-point game. Plus 1,500. Come on. Defense? Hello? No! Ow! Oh my gosh. Let me tell you something. Surefire way to tick me off is to not rebound. At your big age, with your big height, you don't know how to rebound? Come on. Oh, the refs hate me. The refs hate me so bad. Oh my gosh, they hate me so bad. The refs don't want to see me win. The refs don't want to... Oh, well, come on. You did kind of make Drew go a little dizzy there. Oh my gosh, I'm sick to my stomach. Oh my gosh. Oh, chat. Oh, chat. Oh gosh, chat. It's not looking good for me. Plus 1,500. Lot can happen in 3 minutes, though. Okay. I'm feeling sick. We needed just a big old 3 from Kyrie Irving. We need defense, first of all, first and foremost. Don't let Derek White... Come on, man. Derek White, really? Really? Oh my gosh, I feel sick. Ow! Oh my gosh, I feel sick. Did Derek White just cook my bet? That is sick behavior. Liv, what's your unit bet now? Is it still $10? That feels a little judgy, that little question. I'm not sure if you intended to have sass behind that little tweet, but it felt sassy. My unit size is now $25. Whoop! I've upgraded. But let me just give a little shout out to the unit shamers of this world. What's up with that? If I am sharing a bet that I'm not charging now, if I had a website where you had to pay a fee or pay me money to see what my bet is, oh yeah, go ahead, unit shame me all day long. Because you might wonder, why are you sharing a bet that you supposedly love, but you're only putting $10 on it and you do this for a living? Newsflash, I don't bet for a living. If I did, I'd be living on the sidewalk, okay? Because I'm not right all the time. Most of the time, I'm not right. Hence, me getting cooked by Kyrie Irving 2 parlays in a row. Come on, Kyrie. Put this right in the bucket. Come on. Woo! Okay. 4-point game. Come on now. 2:28 left. Oh, it's not feeling good. Oh my gosh, I feel sick. Okay. Anyway, unit shamers, you're weird. And I don't know if this chat member was oh, it's cooked. It's done. 6-point game. It's done. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I have chills all over. I feel sick, like I have a fever. I've got fever sweats. Oh my gosh, man. Oh! Get up. Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So much can happen in 2 minutes, but it doesn't feel like it's going to work out for me. You know, here's the thing. Did I foresee a potential Celtics sweep here? No. Was I in denial? Maybe. Did I think that Porzingis being out would have been the moment for the Mavericks to shine and turn this series around? I did. I most certainly did. Come on, rebound. Oh! Oh my gosh, 4-point game. We need a fat 3 and an and 1. Oh my gosh, Kyrie, cook. Turn up the burner. Get up. Whoa! Okay, it's a 2-point game. Oh my gosh. I'm getting stressed. It's a 2-point game, you guys. I don't live bet. I really don't because I feel like they just toy with your emotions that way. I don't like to live bet. Tonight I did. I took a risk. I said, you know what? The Mavs feel like they're finding their rhythm here. Let me go for it. Am I going to regret this? Oh my gosh, there's a minute left. It's a 2-point game. You got to play defense. You have to. It's not negotiable. Oh, no. No. They're cooking. Kyrie, come on. You don't have all day, baby. Get to it. Oh my gosh, I feel sick. Kyrie, come on. Act like you've been here before, baby. Get in there. Threes. Oh my gosh, it's over. It's over. It's over. Everybody, it's over. I feel sick. I'm sick. Oh, that got aggressive. Mavs ball. Come on. Mavs ball. That away. Mavs ball. Come on, Baldy. Mavs ball. Yeah, baby. Woohoo. Here we go. All right, you guys. It's time to get serious. It's time to get so serious right now. A lot can happen. A lot can happen. But it doesn't feel like it's going to happen. Not for me. It doesn't ever happen for me. Not plus 1,500. Oh. 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 Turn up the burners. Kyrie with whoa. No. It's whoa. What? Get up, Derek White. Get up. Oh my gosh. I'm sick. I'm done. I don't want to anymore. Free me from the betting shackles, please. Please free me from the betting shackles. I don't even have a team. I don't care about either of these teams. I don't care. This is what betting does to you. It makes you care about things you shouldn't care about. I'm sick. Derek White, Derek White is the reason that my plus 1,500 odd live bet is not going to cash. He's the reason. He hit a 3 late in the game, okay? And now he's at the line, and he's going to make it impossible. And I don't appreciate it. Not one bit. I'm sick to my stomach. I am sick to my stomach. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. I feel myself getting emotional. This sucks. I'm upset. I don't feel well. I'm coming down with a cold that can only be described as loser. I'm a loser. I was really feeling plus 1,500. They were down by 13. What provoked me to be so stupid? What provoked me? What made me say, you know what? This is it. This is the moment. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's sickening. Oh my gosh, it's just sick and twisted. Chat, let me know if you have a bet that's not working out for you tonight, so I know I'm not in this alone, okay? You for the last 5 minutes is me every net season. Liv is ready to barf. I am. This feels sickening. This is what betting does to you, you guys. It is such a blessing and such a curse. I have no dog in this fight. I don't care about either of these teams. The Nuggets are chilling. I have said many a time this season alone that the Nuggets not playing has actually felt a little bit like a gift because I don't have to lose sleep. I don't have to feel ill multiple times a week watching basketball. Yet here I am sweating a plus 1,500 odd live bet and feeling sick because Derek White went to the line. Derek White hit a 3. Who's that? Oh my gosh. Salt in wound. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. my gosh. Are you geeked for the NFL? I can't, at this point, Dave, I cannot wait for the NFL because what is this? We will not be getting another Giants bet, futures bet, unfortunately. I will say when I did place that Giants futures bet, I had so many people calling me a total idiot. I took their over on their wins, not last season, but the season before that, and people thought I was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and I was actually most certainly correct. So, but we're not doing that again. We're just not doing that again. This feels, I'm at a loss for words really at this point because JB, nice. He's the finals MVP, which I actually love because oh, Luka looks pissed. What do I say? What do I say? Did I walk away with $100 because I took Kyrie 30 plus? Yeah, I did. But like, whatever. Would I have felt cooler? Oh, and we can't even hit our free throws. I mean, at this point, turn the game off. I've had it. Fouled out for the first time in his playoff career, Luka. Would this game have ended differently if Luka didn't foul out? We'll never know. I think the Celtics are a complete team, like the Nuggets last year when they had Bruce Brown. Are you just trying to hurt my feelings? Yeah, Bruce Brown as a part of the Denver Nuggets was arguably the most poetic thing ever. Oh my gosh, Celtics up 3-0. This is sick. Can I just say, call me a hater. I've been called it at least 100 times in my sports media career. So join the club if you think I'm a hater. I have to say, though, I like Jason Tatum. I like Jaylen Brown. I like Al Horford. I like Drew Holiday. Derek White, every other night, I like him. Tonight, I'm not a huge fan because he ruined my life, a.k.a. my bet. I'm a bit dramatic. I like these players. So tell me why I don't want to see them win. Hater. No, what it really is I'm a hater of the fans, man. I am. Boston fans, if you know, you know. If you're a Boston fan, you have zero idea what I'm talking about because you don't see a problem with your behavior, which is the problem in and of itself. If you're a non-Boston fan, you get it. There's just something about them that just makes me irritated, if you will. So I like Jaylen Brown. I like Jason Tatum. I like the players. I do. I don't want to see him win. I don't. Not a fan. Is there also a little bit of weirdness in feels like politics a little bit, two-party system that is the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference? Is it a little weird that it's like, if it's not going to be my team, it better be a Western Conference team, point blank, period? I don't know if that's abnormal. I don't know if it should be opposite and I should actually root for every other team that's not in the Western Conference, because if it's not going to be my Western Conference team, it's not going to be any. But if it's not going to be the Nuggets, let it be a Western Conference team to prove the superiority of the Western Conference. Don't let it be those weirdos in the East. Are you kidding? I don't know what it is. I can't get behind the Celtics. I just can't do it. Okay? We're not supposed to like Boston. But you also don't like the Knicks, Bucks, or Sixers. Fair. But you're also a Nets fan. So I get that. See, I think I'm maybe on the unpopular opinion side of that, where whoever the team is that eliminates my team, I hope you go and win it all. Because it will hurt a lot less if my team was eliminated by the new reigning champions, right? Like, I was rooting for the Timberwolves. Okay, if you're going to knock out the Denver Nuggets, then you better go win, okay? I feel like I'm kind of in the minority group in thinking that way. I think most people are like, F you. If you eliminated my team, I don't want to see you thrive. Not even a little bit. I don't want to see you do well ever, ever, ever again. Okay, so I might be the like weirdo in that way that I actually don't prefer that. Um, Anthony said, I am a Miami Heat fan, so it's always F Boston. I get that. I would say as a Nuggets fan, the team that I'm always just like F, for reasons that are solely based on the fan base. The rival, if you will, would be the Lakers. But is it really a rivalry if it's 12-1 in the last 13? Doesn't feel like it. Yawns. Bored. That is a boring rivalry because I'm telling you, it's felt pretty easy up to this point. Yes, somehow, some way on Hoops Your Daddy on a Wednesday night, the Lakers got brought up on Liv Mood's show. Yes! Act surprised. I dare you. You're not surprised. Come on. You're not surprised. But I don't really know if the Nuggets really have like a rivalry team. Growing up, it was always the Spurs. That's what I always knew. The San Antonio Spurs and Denver just never clicked. It was like the Broncos and the Raiders. You know, it was just like, we don't like them very much. That's always how I knew it growing up. And I'm talking when I was young. Now, I mean, yeah, Lakers, or I would say that Timberwolves now would probably be considered a rival. But in the Western Conference, I don't know if there is one. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nuggets fans. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't think that there is a rivalry for the Denver Nuggets. That being said, I do have to say one thing really quick. May we all bow our heads and pay our respects to 1 year ago today when the Denver Nuggets won a championship. Yes, I hate to put salt in the wound, Nuggets Nation, but that was 1 year ago today. Ouch. Woo! It hurts. It doesn't feel good. It is not a fun thing to talk about, but it is the truth of the matter. And a year ago, we were living it up. And now, not so much. Not so much. We're not really living it up the same way anymore, but why are we doing replays? I don't need to see this crap again. I don't need to be reminded of what could have been, what should have been, what would have been if Luka would not have fouled out. I don't need to see it. I saw it once. Don't need to see it twice. Unfortunately, Boston is lucky to play Dallas. I'm not sure they would beat Denver. I agree, but I don't like to say that because I'm a Denver fan. And I know that anyone that's not a Denver fan is going to listen to me say that and be like, oh, yeah, okay. Like, they're not going to believe that I genuinely mean that from, like, a basketball watcher perspective, not just a Nuggets fan. I think that Boston would not be cruising through this series if they had to play the Denver Nuggets. That's just a fact. Sorry. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. That's how I feel. So I'm with you. But again, it's hard for me to say that because I don't want people to think I'm just being biased and annoying and whatever. LOL, just wrong. You know, it's like I don't want to get people upset with me. But I do feel that way. I mean, let's talk about that, chat. Is there a team in the West that you feel like outside of the Nuggets, because we've already mentioned that, outside of the Denver Nuggets, do you think there is another team in the Western Conference that would match up better against Boston? Because right now, here's what I'm getting. A flipping snooze fest. I'm getting Luka shows up in game 1 with 30 points, again with 32 in game 2 and a triple-double. Kyrie missing in action, and it's still not enough. Well, now you got Kyrie showing up. He gets 30+. Luka unfortunately fouls out, but still has 27 points when he does, and it's still not enough. I'm sorry. Snooze fest. I'm ready to go Betty bye. I'm bored. Okay? I am bored. So which team in the Western Conference would have made this a little more entertaining? I think the Denver Nuggets would have. I think that would have been a better matchup for the Celtics. Minnesota. Is that an option? I don't know. I don't think there are many teams in the NBA that could match up well against the Celtics team. And I have to say, shame on me. Olivia Louise Moody, shame on you. Shame on you for not giving credit where it's due. OKC, I disagree with. Dave, I do not think OKC would have matched up at all against the Celtics, actually. But Yeah, I would say it'd probably only be, I want to say the Timberwolves, but the Timberwolves couldn't do diddly squat against the Mavs. So are the Nuggets the only team that could have given this Celtics team any type of competition? A healthy Clippers team, maybe, but you know what, Tyler? Unfortunately, I am sick of always having to put the word healthy in front of the word Clippers. Holy cow. I'm sorry. I'm sick of that. Every season, if they stay healthy, a healthy Clippers team. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. My gosh. Let's get them the proper training and rested bodies and whatever else they need over there, because my goodness, the last time we saw a healthy season from the Clippers, I don't know when. I have no idea. So I can't even really talk about the Clippers anymore without being like, whatever. I'll believe it when I see it. You know, at this point, until I've seen a healthy season with my own 2 eyeballs, it's never going to happen. Truly. It's just the truth. So I actually do agree with that, though. A healthy Clippers team could have done something, but again, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Don't care anymore. I'm sick of that. I really am. It's always something with that team from a health perspective. My gosh. Over it. I think this, hot take, maybe. Does this feel like it's going to be a biased take because I'm a Denver fan filming a podcast in a Denver studio? Maybe. But I actually truly think that the Denver Nuggets are the only Western Conference team that could have spiced this series up a little bit, which is ironic because let the media tell you they are the most boring squad in the NBA. Shush up. Some of you talk too damn much, including myself. But I'm self-aware. And we love a self-aware queen. I am self-aware. And I do talk a lot. But I get paid to do so. And so do the other media heads. I get it. But when it comes to the Nuggets, they should say less. That's the fact. For a boring team, they sure would have made this more interesting. I'm sorry. This is a flipping snooze fest. I'm tired. Can somebody fetch me a coffee? I'm about to fall asleep. Matter of fact, when I was driving to the studio tonight, I had to stop and get a chai tea latte at 6 p.m. Why? Because I knew what kind of a snooze fest I'd be watching. I knew it. You knew it. I knew it. We all knew it. Snooze fest. And the Celtics are just going to mess around and sweep this thing. I mean, I don't have faith in the Mavericks. Not one single bit. And poor me, Boo-Boo the Fool, for saying Mavs in 5. Was I under the influence of a beverage that was super strong? Maybe I was. There is no other explanation for that garbage. Caleb Z, Celtics in 4. I think it might just be that way. Yeah, unfortunately. I really do, because Kyrie shows up. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. KP's not playing. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Let's talk about the stats a little bit, right? Okay, you had Luka fouled out, unfortunately. 27 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. This man had a triple-double last game with 32 points, and in game 1, he had 30 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist. He's been balling out. So much so that I was willing to potentially have the conversation of, will we see an MVP from the non-winning finals team? You can make a case for Luka, absolutely. 100%. Still could, maybe. Now, we live in a world where, hey, we don't like to give credit until we see that shiny ring on your finger. So it might be tough. But there was a point in time where I was willing to say Luka Doncic for MVP, and he may not even win the finals. But he's the MVP. He showed up. 30 points, 32 points, 27 points, and he fouled out. Triple-double in game 2, okay? We know Kyrie's been missing in action. He finally showed up. 35 points. I bet on him to go 30+, so thank you, Kyrie. But here's the problem. Gafford, where'd you go? 6 points? Okay. Jones, 2 points? Unacceptable behavior when you're down 0-2 in a series for a championship title. Okay, PJ Washington finally found a little bit of groove and rhythm, but for a minute there, I was like, hey, whoa. Where's he at? Okay. Off the bench, you actually had the bench show up a little bit more for the Mavs tonight. 11 for Lively, 3 for Green. I mean, you know what? I'm going to go there. So I needed 2 more. Oh, my God, I'm sick. I placed another parlay tonight. I know. Start laughing now. You might as well, because this is getting sick and twisted. I placed another parlay tonight. You know, all the legs were looking super solid. Luka 30 plus. Drew Holiday 6+ boards. He had like 3 in one play, getting his offensive rebounds. And Derek White, 15+ points. And you know what? Halfway through the game, I said, Derek's not going to do it for me. Of course he's not. He's hit this over in 6 of the last 7. He's not going to do it for me. Luka's got me. Drew's got me. Derek doesn't got me. Why would I do that? Guess who got me? Guess who got me? Oh, my gosh. The same guy that stole my plus 1,500 odd live bet for the Mavs to win the game. Derek White. Oh, my gosh. Thank you, Anthony. That makes me feel great. You know, here's the thing about this job. You're going to say a lot of things wrong, okay? And guess what? The internet never goes away. You will find receipts. I'll just tell you about some of them. I said that Justin Fields was having an MVP level season. I have tears welling up in my eyes. I could laugh so hard I'd cry over that one, okay? Justin Fields, MVP. Try again. What else did I say? Oh, Mavs didn't stand a chance against the Timberwolves. Liar. Your pants are on fire. What else? Oh, Mavs in 5. Big fat liar. What else? Oh, I think I did start this NFL season by saying that the Broncos were going to win the AFC West. Oh, my gosh. Did I forget Patrick Mahomes exists? I mean, sometimes I go back on my clips and I just think to myself, you were pouring some strong beverages that day. You must have been. Because what's the other explanation? You're a very smart girl. You watch a lot of sports. You take your time. You type diligent notes. What made you type that one? Drugs, perhaps? Maybe alcohol? Had to have been. I'm sorry. There's no way I logically thought with a sober mind that Justin Fields was having an MVP level season. Excuse me? What? So, being in this career field, being a sports media member, if you will. And, you know, there's going to be a lot of people that are tuning in probably right now. Of the 1,400, there's probably people right now saying, Miss Girl, you are not a member of sports media. Nobody cares about this podcast. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Fine. But thanks for being here anyway, considering you don't care. But my point is, when you have strong opinions and you choose to share them on a public platform, you have to be willing to tuck your tail and admit defeat. This series could not involve more tail tucking than it currently does for Liv Moods. And you just got to bask in the wrongness. You have to bask in being an idiot. Boo-boo the fool. Buy me a red nose and some big clown shoes because I look like a clown. And that's the fact. Mavs in 5, where? Well, I think at the time I wanted to give way too much credit to Kyrie Irving's playoff experience, which I do think matters a lot in this league. Kyrie's got the playoff experience. Luka all season has been lights out and has continued to be. So that was a fair assessment and prediction because we're seeing that. Wasn't sure that game 1 we were going to get Porzingis back in action like nothing happened, okay? Didn't foresee him being out, but clearly it doesn't matter. Made a pretty steep assumption that despite having a really great regular season, the Celtics team was going to choke in the playoffs like they do often. And I was wrong. I mean, I can't fight it at this point. I was wrong. The Celtics are good, fundamentally sound. They're deeper than this Mavericks team. The Mavs depend way too heavily on two guys, Luka and Kyrie just showed up for the first time in Game 3 of this series. What do you do? And even when he did show up, it wasn't enough. Now, we could go down the whole, the officiating was bad, the this, the that, whatever. Listen, I think Luka could have had 40 tonight. I think Luka could have had 40 tonight if he wasn't bitching to the refs. Oh, I went there. Every time you bitch to the refs, guess what it does? It mentally removes you from the game. You're now concerned with giving that ref an earful and not about going to play defense on the other side of the floor. Come on, Luka. Jokic started doing it too, and it was ticking me off just as bad. Every time these players bitch to the refs, it removes them mentally from the game, even if for a second. But every time Luka bitched tonight, if we totaled up those seconds, we'd probably have 3 minutes of basketball. Uh-oh. A lot of bitching. Less bitching, more balling. Okay, Luka? Now, in all fairness, you had 27 points, and you fouled out. I get it. There's bad calls all across the board. It's the same thing I said when the Nuggets played the Lakers, and the Lakers were so pressed about the refs. The refs have always sucked. This is not new information, y'all. It's just not. It's just not. But you can't blame the refs for every quarter of basketball and every game of this series. The refs are not the reason that the Mavericks are down 0-3 right now. It's just not. It's not the reason. Could there be moments where it contributes to the momentum being cut? Yeah, of course. I don't know bigger momentum cutters than NBA refs. I don't. That's who they are. It's what they do. It's what they've been doing. Yeah, Tyler, not a great fourth quarter. We haven't seen that yet from Luka Doncic. So there's a lot of things that contribute. I don't think that it's fair to blame the refs at all, ever, really. Now, again, there are some plays that are much more horribly called than others. For example, it takes me back to just this year in the postseason. Sixers-Knicks. Was all we talked about on the Twitter sphere for days about how horrible the refs were in that moment. Now, again, there's 4 quarters of basketball. In a moment like that where it is game deciding, yeah, that's tough. And there's a lot of times where I think refs should be held accountable for bad officiating. Of course. They should absolutely be held accountable, no doubt. But can they be solely responsible for an L? No. No. Can't be. Can't be. Like I said, the complaining, the whining, aka I call it bitching, to the referees is non-productive. It just mentally removes you from the game, even if for a second. But when you add those seconds up, they turn to minutes. And now you've lost minutes that you could be hustling on defense or staying locked into the game. I love Luka Doncic. He's a superstar. 30 points in Game 1, 32 in Game 2 with a triple-double attached, and 27 despite fouling out in the fourth. Okay? He's a baller. He's a superstar. Little too much bitching and whining in this game. Not gonna lie. They all do it. Jokic does it. LeBron does it. Okay? That kind of feels like the sport of basketball at this point. It's just attached to the talent, which I hate. Some do it far more than others, but man, we start tallying up those numbers of how much time is being wasted doing this to the refs. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. At this point, I'm just bitter. My plus 1,500 odd live bet for Mavs money line could have hit, and it didn't hit. And I'm sick about it. So I got to find someone to blame. And I'm picking Derek White, and I'm picking Luka's bitching. Luka bitching to the refs has nothing to do with my bet not hitting. However, like I said, I gotta blame somebody because I refuse to take responsibility for placing a bad bet. Sorry, can't. If Luka didn't foul out, this would be different right now. I agree. But you know what? It's one of those shoulda, coulda, wouldas, right? Like we can't even really go there. If he hadn't fouled out, they would have won. Well, he fouled out and they lost. So what do we do besides cry? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. As soon as this live wraps up, guess where I'm heading? In and out. Flying Dutchman wrapped in grilled onions, a French fry with spread, grilled onions, and chopped chilies, and a Diet Coke. Write it down, and you will not regret it. And you got to get a side of spread and a side of whole chilies so that you can bite them and squeeze the juice on your Flying Dutchman. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Who needs a parlay hit when you have a Flying Dutchman waiting for you on the other side of this live? I'm sorry, but to me, sounds like a winning night with a losing bet. Forget the bet. Grab an In-N-Out burger and enjoy yourself, okay? Because that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm sick about this. We needed a series. This is boring. This is not entertaining basketball. Show of hands in the chat. Are you having fun watching this? If you're a Celtics fan, sit this one out. I know your answer. For the, I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just watching playoff basketball. Neither of these teams are my teams. Are we enjoying this? I'm not. I'm bored. This doesn't feel, are we getting the same, like, this is the NBA Finals energy? It doesn't feel that way. And maybe that's just because oh, here we go. This man, I'm not sure if he's tuning in, but Mike Coseo, at Mike Coseo 2, says, how are these people eligible to talk sports, with crying emojis? Referring to a video where I said Mavs in 5 and then my co-host said Mavs in 6. I agree with you. Worst finals ever. Here's what I'm going to say to people. Now, I've already talked. Just as boring as the 2018 finals. I'm not having fun. You guys, I'm not having fun. I'm not enjoying this. I'm glad I'm not alone that this is boring AF. Yes, boring. Okay, so I have to respond to this comment on Twitter here. It was over before it started, for real. This person doubling back, right? And again, the internet always keeps receipts. So watch your mouth. I've had to learn that. June 6th, I posted a video, obviously before the series started, saying Mavs in 5. My co-host said Mavs in 6, okay? This guy comes under this post and says, how are these people eligible to talk sports? Say it with your chest when the video is posted, or don't say it at all. It reminds me of the members of the sports betting community that come back post-game and say, yeah, this bet was trash. No shit, Sherlock. I mean, hello. Yeah, the bet didn't hit. Thank you for the information. You are highly intelligent. Say it with your chest from jump. Tell me I am wrong from jump, or don't say it at all. There was a lot of people that heard me say Mavs in 5 and maybe said, I could see it. Don't double back later when it's all said and done and tell me that my take was trash. Say it was trash when I post it, or zip it, please and thank you. I get sick of this crap. Come on. Say it with your chest, or don't say it at all, okay? Now, maybe he did say it with his chest. From jump. Let's see. No, 13 minutes ago. There were some people that did say it with their chest from jump. So shout out to those people. Shout out to those people who basically said, this girl's an idiot. I can't see quote tweets from my computer. Now, what's really going to be bad is if he did say it with his chest, which he may have. But that's just a general, announcement for all. Let's see here. Oh, I got to go to my notifications because he just... And he's retweeting my stuff from way back way. Come on, man. No. Oh, he did. Well, he just said noted. He quote tweeted the video and said noted. So that doesn't tell me whether you... Well, he's a Celtics fan, so I guess that does tell me that he disagrees with what I'm saying. But general statement, double back on my post, that's fine. But only if you've previously hated what I said. And he did. So Mike Coseo 2, you did things the right way. For that, I will take your roast and your flame. I will absolutely take it. But for those of you that didn't say it up front, don't say it again, please, because, you know, at one point or another, I think a lot of us felt like Luka and Kyrie could get the job done. We haven't seen that one time in this series, unfortunately. But at one point, I think there were some believers in the Mavericks, especially after watching them take down number 1 seed, OKC, Timberwolves, who took down the reigning champs, and the Nuggets. I mean, I think a lot of us felt like maybe they could do it. This has been very, very disappointing. Super. And boring. I'm sorry. This has just been boring. I'm not having a good time. 2007 or 2018 finals, which was more boring? Well, I don't think it's very... I don't know if I'm the right person to speak on that, considering in 2007 I was 9 years old. So I wasn't really watching basketball in that type of way, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm young. Well, is that young? Am I young? 26? Maybe that's young, maybe that's not. I'm a 98 baby. So keep that in mind. Cedric, but I'm sure there's people in the chat that will give you an answer. 2007, 2018, which one was more boring? Or 2024, because this one's feeling horrible. Maybe it's because I'm just bitter that my bets suck. By suck, I mean I've got to stop putting my trust into the Mavericks. Period. Point blank. I thought the Mavs were screwed once they lost Game 4 to Minnesota. They needed that rest badly. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. This is just really... Yeah, I think there were people that... Oh, Cedric's a 99 baby. Oh, my gosh. Most of the people that tune into my stuff, I feel like, are much older than me. And then when I tell them that I'm a 98 baby, they're like, what? Anyway, you guys, I just am so bummed. I feel like this series is very much over. I think it's Celtics in 4 at this point. The Mavs have no energy. Luka and Kyrie, I think, have given up all they can give. I think in Game 1 and Game 2, Kyrie was truly just a priority defensively for the Celtics. Drew Holiday was doing a phenomenal job at getting him contained offensively, because I think everybody knows what Kyrie is capable of in a playoff situation. He does have playoff experience. He is that guy, okay, in a lot of ways. But Drew Holiday has done his job both in Game 1 and Game 2. We finally saw Kyrie show up a little bit more in Game 3. But even still, with 35 points, Luka with 27. Sniffing another 30-point game in this series is just not enough. This Celtics team, to me, is deeper. They're stronger defensively. And I just don't see it. I don't see it happening at all. I don't even think I see the Mavericks able to bounce back for Game 4 and make this series something. I think it's over. I think it's over, really, and that sucks. I mean, the most boring finals. Seriously. And I've had to hear people just run in their trap about how boring the Nuggets are. Really? I know I'm a Nuggets fan, so there's some bias attached for sure, but they can't be more boring than this. Let's be real. Cakewalks for the Celtics all season. Yes, and before, it would be silly and foolish of us not to address the fact that they did face teams without their best players. That is a fact. That's not me being a hater, so settle down and shush and listen. Turn your ears on. That's not me being a hater. That is a fact. Jimmy Butler was out. Tyrese Halliburton was out. Donovan Mitchell was out. Okay? So I think it was really easy to fall into the whole, oh, you know, this is ridiculous. This is so easy for the Celtics. They got it so easy. They got it whatever. The Celtics are also just really good. Okay? So that's where it's tough, because, yes, I do think that there is a layer of, was the series easier than it could have been? Yes, but do I still think the Celtics would have made it through the Eastern Conference with the talent that they have and competed against a Western Conference team regardless? Yes, I do. But there's so many things that have to go right when you win a championship. Health is a big one. Rest versus non-rest. You know, some of these teams go up against teams that have had plenty of rest, and you could argue that the Celtics having that cakewalk in the Eastern Conference made their bodies a little more ready. They didn't have to exert themselves as much in the Eastern Conference to be prepared for the finals. So they were a little bit more rested. And people had the nerve to say last year's finals were boring. I know. It's crazy and wild. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. But yeah, I think there's going to forever be the conversation around this Celtics championship run, that is all the players that they faced that were injured. But again, based on what we're seeing, we can't let that be the entire conversation, because at the end of the day, they are just really stupid talented. They're a well-coached team. They've got depth. They're very physical. Defensively, they look great. Offensively, they've got superstars in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Derek White is a guy who has shown up pretty consistently. I took him 15-plus points tonight. He's hit that in now 7 of the last 8. So, yeah, I mean, the Celtics are talented, very. And this is a championship that is well-deserved. But there will always be the conversation, probably forever now, about how much all of the injuries in the Eastern Conference shaped this run for the Celtics. Because not just the opponents of the Celtics were injured, but you had injuries throughout the entire Eastern Conference that shoulda, coulda, woulda made a difference in who the Celtics were facing. Which teams made the playoffs, period. The Bucks, very injured. The Knicks, very injured. There were a lot of teams in the Eastern Conference that battled injuries throughout the season and in the postseason. So, yeah, there's always, in every season, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, right? Hello, KT. Shout out to you. So, yeah, I think that it will be a large conversation for the Celtics, just simply based on the fact that there were a lot of injuries in the Eastern Conference. But even when the Eastern Conference teams were looking healthy, the Celtics were dominating in the regular season. So at the end of the day, they're talented. They have everything they need for a championship this year. And the Mavericks, I just think that was a head versus heart situation for me, and I got lost in the sauce and carried away in the fact that I'm a fan of Luka. I'm a fan of Kyrie. I will root for the Western Conference teams over the Eastern Conference teams, and I just got lost in that because, boy, was I wrong. I mean, this has just been not even close. It just hasn't even been close. Remember Nuggets 1-0 in finals. That's sweet enough. Happy 1-year anniversary to our chip. I'm going to be in Denver soon, big sis. Love you, live. Night. Good night, Cedric, and thank you for the constant support. Love you back always. And yes, happy 1-year anniversary. You have to, a year ago was probably the happiest I've ever been as a sports fan. I did go to the parade for Super Bowl 50. I was a senior in high school at that time. And that was pretty special. But I've always been a basketball girly. So that was extra special last year. And it was historic. It was like the first time ever for the Nuggets. And it was great. So yes, we should just be excited about even having been able to witness a finals and a championship. So super exciting stuff. But Cedric, obviously, I always appreciate the support and the love. Thank you for sticking around, and go Nuggets always. But happy that we don't have to stress. Except I still stress because I place parlays. Oopsies. Need to stop doing that. Anyway, you guys, last year's Nuggets would have beaten this year's Celtics. Well, yes, for sure. I think that from a competitive perspective, yeah, I think the Nuggets as a championship team were more competitive and a better team than the Celtics this year, for sure. But again, that's not to take away from the Celtics and the talent that they have. They are rightfully doing what they need to do. So can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that. Also, shout out to you guys for paying for these comments to be featured. Appreciate you guys for that. We may start doing as we progress throughout this, we'll probably start doing shows where we only feature certain comments. So that's probably the best way to get my attention. I don't see all of them. This is the best way for my producers to be able to flag something. If you really want me to read it or shout you out or send you love or say what's up, let me know. Or unless you're my mom. My mom is on the screen, so we'll, I'm not sure what kind of crap she's talking, but she is there. Anthony Beck on the podcast I co-host, which we would love to have you on. I literally said Mavericks in 6. Damn, was I wrong. Anthony, I would love to come on your podcast and hang out for a little bit and talk some trash and talk about the Nuggets and talk about the NBA as a whole. I would absolutely love to. Once the finals are over, I'll have a little bit more time in my schedule, so we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll preview some NFL stuff. But yes, we can make that happen for sure. Appreciate your support and glad you got your Guerilla Sports merch. It fits. It feels good. I'm glad you like it. I'm so thankful for your support and tuning into the show all the time. So glad you're rocking your merch and you enjoy it. So thank you for that. And I will absolutely make some time to come on your show very soon. Very, very soon. Okay. Well, you guys, what's my mom saying? Was there a team this season that didn't lose to the Celtics? Mom, what are you saying? Mom, what are you saying? I'm too tired for this, Mom, and I need my In-N-Out burger like yesterday. I'm hungry. I can't follow that, Kara. Love you, though. You guys, I think that's it. I'm running out of things to say, and at this point, the only thing I have to say is sadness because my stupid bet didn't hit, and the Mavericks are making this the most boring series of our lifetime, and I don't want the Celtics to win, but they're going to. So whatever it is, what it is. Liv, since you're getting In-N-Out, do you get just the regular fry or an animal style fry? Come on. Be so for real. What do you think I get? It's definitely not a regular fry. Animal fry except no cheese. Just spread, grilled onions, and chopped chilies. And it's fire. Okay? So, yeah, don't even ask those types of silly questions, KT. You know me better than that. Animal style, duh. And if I get plain fries, they have to be well done because soggy fries probably piss me off more than a burnt parlay. I'm just saying, okay? Cedric, appreciate you, Liv. Get some sleep. I hit my parlay, by the way. All right, Cedric. Now you're bragging. But I'm happy that you hit your parlay. Sweet dreams to you. Thank you for being here. You guys, we will be live again. Hopefully post game 4. That might be the last game that we're live for these post games because who knows how much longer this series is going to go on. In-N-Out Burger when I was in California, elite burgers. Yes. And I will say, Colorado now has like 4 locations out here, I believe. In-N-Out does hit different in California. That's just the fact. You're right. I still love you. Love you back, KT. You're an OG. Appreciate your support always. You guys, we'll be back live again post game 4. Might be the last one. But like I said, we have a lot in store for my shows and involvement here at Guerilla Sports. Very, very excited about the future of this show specifically, as well as football content, as well as maybe just a lifestyle show where I'm talking shit and talking about life and giving advice and taking your advice, and we're going to do all of that. So very excited about all of the things to come. Thank you for being here, hanging with me late night on a Wednesday. Get some sleep. We've got work tomorrow, and Mama needs an In-N-Out burger, like stat. So I'm going to go get that. Thanks for being here. We'll see you guys very, very soon. Go Nuggets. Go Mavs. Sad face. And yeah, we'll catch you guys post game 4, maybe for the final time, but we'll have plenty more in store. So make sure you're tuning in to all things Guerilla Sports. Give everybody at Guerilla Sports a follow. We've got NHL coverage from Jesse. BK is going to be doing a lot of Broncos stuff. We've got multiple Broncos shows. So we've got it all covered over here at Guerilla Sports. Make sure you're following everybody. All things Guerilla. Appreciate you. Sweet dreams. Lots of love.